All right, wait. So what you went up to though?
I mean, just relaxing. Honestly, I just started grad school earlier. Well, had my first couple classes earlier, but yeah, just
Where,
relaxing, focusing on that.
same. I just been tapping into the calls and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm not
Hmm.
working. I'm not working at Target no more, so
It's
I'm
good.
chilling. But it was good though. What we talking about today?
uh, well, I titled it "Changing the Narrative," mostly just because I wanted to focus on like just how like being in such a space, being an opportunity, has allowed you just to change what you saw for your future, what you see for your future, and then just like the importance of personal development.
Facts. Personal development is needed for everybody. I was and it's kind of even crazy that you said you want to change the topic when you told me
Mm-hmm.
because I went to church Sunday and stuff like that, and that wasn't the topic that he was preaching about, but it was like near, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just saying like if you get better every day, then it's like why like there's really no like excuse, like, you feel me, like for everybody, like, and it doesn't matter what your situation is. You can always gradually get better day by day, and eventually, like, say if you're like go trading, for instance. For
Mm-hmm.
me, learn something new every day. Eventually, I'll probably be the greatest. You don't know, like, not the greatest at trading, but to me, you feel me? Like, just with you and me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I've been on, is just trying to get better, like with anything, honestly. To jack of all trades.
Yeah, so that's one thing like I always try to talk about with my followers on my story and even just through my content is just trying to grow 1% every single
That's
day because like even
facts.
with trading it's just about compounding, right? You start off with a certain amount and you're able to
Yep.
compound that each and every day by plugging in and building it up over time. Like it's not about being an overnight success. Like yes, you may have some people who are like quote unquote overnight successes, but you didn't see like the 2 3 years or 2 3 months that they put in of hard
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
dedication,
yeah,
where like
yeah.
no one was supporting them, and then all of a sudden they had one video that go viral, one photo that went viral, and now oh well they're popular, they're an overnight success, yada yada yada. But you
That's
weren't
how it
there when
is.
they were struggling. Like that's the
Facts.
thing. Like I always try to look at like with certain people.
Facts. They don't see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like we talked about last time. Some people only really support when you're already up. Like, it's just crazy.
Hmm.
But now I was like looking up some, like, hold on, me turn on my computer, like some personal development, like things that can actually help. And one of,
Hmm.
like, literally on the top, like, number one is literally like finding a mentor, like
Hmm.
a strong mentor that can actually guide you, and one that's bold. There's difference between a friendly mentor and a mentor that, I mean, you can still be friends with your mentor, but me personally, like, it's out of a respect level. Like, if
Hmm.
we're friends, you're probably just gonna vibe and chill with me and talk to me like you're my bro. Like, but I don't really need you to be my bro. I need you to be like that stern, like, person in my life that is gonna tell me when I'm wrong. Like, you feel me?
Hmm.
I know, right? We all know right from wrong, but if I'm wrong, I need you to sit there and tell me like I'm wrong, and don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that I've definitely learned from this opportunity that mentors are necessary, and you need it. Like, you need that extra guidance. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like, you really do.
That's one of the things that even helped me just in life in general is just finding people who like, as they always say, like have the success I want, in a sense, or at least like working towards it, so that I'm able to surround myself with them, and event like somehow, some way, you're gonna just develop that same mindset, the same
Nah,
work ethic,
facts,
and
facts.
then you're just gonna align yourself with the work because you're like, oh, well, I see such and such is doing this, so I'm gonna start doing that because I know he wants to get to the end goal just like I want to get to it, and then from there you're able to just join and collab and partner and push each other, and kind of like you say, like you can be close friends, but if you're not pushing each other like to the next level, like you got to start trying to realize like, hey, do I really need to be surrounding myself with, said person? They still doing the stuff that, we used to do, or am I trying to surround myself with someone who's gonna build, someone who's gonna grow and push me to that next level that I need to, because I'm gonna be able to push them in a way that they don't even know I'm able to push them, but you won't know until you take that risk, take that next
Facts.
step, and that's the biggest
Facts.
thing that I feel like a lot of people are just lacking right now. It's just that it's having that vision, having that perspective in a sense.
Nah, that's facts. That's why literally you ever heard the saying "iron sharpens iron"? Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, it's very simple. Like it's simple to understand. Some people don't. Like you can't have an iron sharpening wood. The iron's gonna pierce the wood. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally needs to be two level-headed people who, like you said, push each other every day to succeed. You feel me? Like as simple as that. Like, and it is easier said than done. But if you really want it, then you do it. You do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm learning too is like there. Like I was talking to my sister like about like because I did take a big leap from leaving my job, so it's kind of scary. Like I'm in that phase. Like I'm not scared, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen next, and the only way I can go is forward. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So she was telling me, she's like, "Yo, you can't be afraid to fail. Like if you're afraid to fail, failure is part of becoming successful. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me?" And then she brought up like a good analogy. Like she was looking at life as like a slingshot. Like she was saying, and you sometimes you have to pull back a little bit. A slingshot you pull back for it to shoot. So she's like, sometimes you have to pull back, find those two anchors in your life, pull back a little bit, and just go. Like let go. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
let go and let God guide you. And I'm like, all right, say less. All right, I got you. I couldn't say nothing out. There's like literally, there's no excuse. Like there's no
Mm-hmm.
excuse at all. Like at all. It's
Because
crazy.
also like building off of that, we just have to realize like we're running off of God's time, not our time, because like we may want something to happen today, tomorrow, but it doesn't mean that it's meant for us right now. It means like sometimes you might have to fail, but you have to have the perspective and have the mindset to see, oh hey, well that's a lesson. So I know what not to do. I know what's going to help get me to the next level. But sometimes it takes a lot of lessons in order to get to that blessing, that big goal, that vision that you want. Like that's one of the main things people have to learn to shift their perspective from being so narrow minded to saying, oh, hey, the world is all open right now. Like, just look at how
Facts.
social media has influenced the entire world. You have the Paul
Facts.
brothers
Facts.
fighting like legit UFC fighters. They were YouTubers. People weren't watching them three,
Facts.
4 years ago, and they was like, "Oh, they're
Facts.
stupid kids. They won't do anything." Now they're actually making millions of dollars just being
Yeah.
themselves. But they built that
Having fun.
platform, built that community,
Literally.
and they
Yeah.
had faith and had a vision, and they put in the work each and every day. Like no matter what people say, like people clown Logan Paul every single day, yet
Yeah.
he's still out here training. He made a
Yeah.
million
Making
dollars and
millions.
just fighting Floyd
Exactly.
Mayweather. All he had to do was hug Floyd Mayweather. I would hug Floyd Mayweather for 30
Yeah.
minutes if I'm getting paid
For
30 million.
real.
But
For real.
like
For
people
real.
just have
That's
to have that mindset and shift it. And kind of like I
facts.
saw earlier in the comments, like you just got to trust the process because it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
be a journey. Everyone's life is a
Facts.
journey. Everything's a tunnel in a sense, but you have to have that locked in tunnel vision, kind of like Kodak said, and be like know that it's already done. Like whatever you put your mind to, whatever you put in the work for, whatever you surround yourself with, like that's going to be your results. But
Yeah.
you're able to like shape it throughout the process. You don't have to be stuck on one road, one path. Like if you want to venture off and do 50 million different things, go
Facts.
ahead. Especially now because we're some of us are young, some of us are still in that early stage of developing what necessarily we want to do. But until we take that risk, until we go towards the next step, we won't get there.
Facts. That's fact. This just like you said, we're products of our like environment. So whatever we surround ourselves with, that's what we're a product of. If you surround yourself, some people have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
But just because you were born into it doesn't mean you can't change it. I've always been told that. Like some people, I don't know, some people use it as an excuse. Some people use it as motivation. You just have
Mm-hmm.
to find the difference. Um, but yeah, like I said, we're products of our environment. So if you surround yourself with negativity, people who have that, um, I can't really say poverty mindset, but some people do have a poverty mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where they just want to go. Some people have friends where they just want to go shopping, 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 but your bank account's not there. Like, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what are you going shopping for instead of investing? Like, come on. But yeah, you gotta just like you said, surround yourself with people who are just want to be great. You feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
just do them. Like, and I was on TikTok, and I was watching. I think you shared it. I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Giannis.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a little video, and um what was it saying? He was just talking about he was sitting in some chairs, and he was just talking to the camera. He's like, "Yo, just look around me." There was nobody around him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "I'm alone." He's like, people. I don't know if he was joking, but he said people don't like me, and he was basically saying like the people who like grow up with, you know, plus he's from overseas. You know, people he grew up with are not the people who he like was successful with,
Mm-hmm.
which is true. Because everybody that, you know, my parents always said everybody that really calls you your friend ain't your friend, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you really need them. Some people don't show up. Like, some
Yeah.
people don't show up. But nah, I that kind of stuck with me all week. Not trying to, like, play anybody, but you have to, like, it goes back to what I said earlier. You have to really, like, know who's in your circle. Like, know who you
Mm-hmm.
can trust, you feel me?
Yeah.
And know who's going to push you. Because if you're not being motivated, if you don't have self motivation already,
Mm-hmm.
then that's gonna kind of suck. But if you have someone there that's always on top of you every day, calling you, checking up on you, that just gives you the extra, like, you know, drive that you need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm learning. That's what I learned this week.
Yeah, because I saw that video as well, and like it kind of like it hit a lot because like I recently graduated and I had plenty of people, oh, congrats, yada yada yada. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all weren't here when I was like just going through school and like not even just going through hard times, but like I would text people and be like, hey, what's going on? You just know, trying to connect with people. Heard nothing back, but then all of a sudden now, since I've like reached this high point, reached this like
Right?
mark or whatever, everyone want to talk and be cool. But I'm just like where were y'all when I was going through like the tough times, the long nights, study sessions, yada yada yada? But now all of a sudden it's oh we're cool, we're close, you my bro,
Yeah.
and I'm like
Yeah.
y'all weren't there
Yeah.
like through the
Yeah.
tough part. So it's kind of like just knowing
Yeah.
like you can be. I'm not saying like be mean or degrade people, but it's just certain people you know are like in your life for a reason, and some people are in your life for a season. Like you just have
That's
to have
facts.
that perspective to know, hey, I can trust yada yada with anything in the world. And then there's the
That's
next
facts.
person, oh, I mean, we're cool, like we're friends, but like I wouldn't necessarily trust them with my life or, you know, whatever you're going through.
Facts. Facts. That's facts. When you said people are in your life for a season, one of my boys, literally, if I'm being completely honest, I probably got I graduated with about like over. All right, in my friend group, let's say I got like 10 people I can really call friends.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that 10, probably about one I can literally say is a diehard friend. Like I hit him up every day. He hits me up every day. When he don't hear from me, he'll pull up. He moved recently. Well, not
Mm-hmm.
recently. A couple years back. So like we didn't graduate together, but we graduated like the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved. He lives all the way in Iowa, but he still calls me. I got friends who live down the road from me who don't hit me up. I know it works both ways, vice versa. But when he doesn't hear from me, he calls. He'll FaceTime. He'll call my mom. He'll call my brother. He'll call my sister. Like, oh, it was good. It was good, Buzz. And then, like I said, I got friends who live in the same town as me
Mm-hmm.
who won't even, reach out. But that just goes to show you, like you said, there's only certain people in your life that actually like die hard friends who actually like who I could trust with my life. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, and that even not even with your life. There's certain people that goes for success as well. There's certain people that you can't trust with. Like how you tell your boy something like you got to like you say you got like a vision or God gave you an idea
Mm-hmm.
and you speak it to someone, let somebody know, oh, this is what I've been thinking, this is what I've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't want to see you win, friends or not,
Yeah.
and you got to be careful who you tell your vision to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some people they really do pray on your downfall, like they don't want you to win.
Yeah.
But little did they know, like I was talking to my mom yesterday, I have the mindset now, like the only person that's gonna stop me is God,
Mm-hmm.
like, and myself. Like that's a big thing too. I have a big thing that I have to come over. It's just getting down on myself when I don't like when I didn't do good like trading, when I have a bad trading day,
Hmm.
or if I just didn't feel productive, I'll get be down on myself. That's also a good thing too, to push myself as well. But like I said, you just gotta be careful with people who call friends.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, I saw a post on Instagram like a couple weeks ago, a few days ago, but it was saying like certain people are your it was say something like some certain people are your friends, but it's only certain people don't want to they want to see you win but not do better than them. And
Mm,
like like kind of understood it. Well, the way I took it in was more so saying like, you know, you have people who support you, people who, you know, oh, hey, you want to make $1 million, hey, you want to drive a Ferrari, but they don't want you to have that Ferrari, that nice car, that
yeah,
nice house before
yeah,
them.
that's
And
facts.
then it's also vice versa when you have people who, oh, I'm making money doing this, or I got this, like, you know, this job or whatever, but like you're just flexing, man. You're not showing
Mm,
me like how to get it. Like that's kind of like what like determines a true friendship, when they show you how to do something, to show you how you can level up, not only how, oh hey, well I got this job now, I'm making 6 7 figures. Okay, can you help me do that? Especially like when they
yeah,
know you like you're
exactly, exactly.
down, like you're just going through it, and they can't even help you or teach you or connect
Yeah,
you with the right people. Like that's kind of like, I'm not like basing a friendship off of that, but that's kind of like one of the key elements to like a true friendship. Like when they help you build and help you grow, and not only just, you know, they're up here and you're down here. They're help bringing you closer, so that way y'all can push each other instead of them just
facts,
looking
facts.
down on you like that. People, if people who are up here, they should be helping bringing people up, because it's a lot of people in this world who just who need like a mindset shift. It's not even about like making money, doing certain events, athletics, whatever. It's just like shifting out like their mindset. That's one thing that everyone honestly just needs, like a complete
Facts.
mindset shift, so they can just see
Facts.
like their vision, because my vision may not be your vision and vice versa,
That's facts.
but
Yeah.
we can help each other in a way if we connect, we talk, we help each other just build and say, oh, well, I know a person who did such and such, so I'm gonna connect you with that person, and that's how you build your
Right.
network. Because, like as they always
Exactly.
say, like your network is your network. So it's
Yeah.
like the more people you know, and the more people you align yourself with who have the same mindset, or even just, you know, just want to connect and build. That's it. That's your community right there. But like people
Facts.
just got to shift their perspective to see that, like instead of just being blind about, oh, such and such cool, such and such, but they don't like yada yada yada, so I'm not gonna talk to them. But that person you're not talking to might open the door for the next opportunity, that big goal or dream or whatever you want to accomplish. Like you're ignoring that because they got beef with your best friend, or
Facts.
they got beef with your old boss or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
whatever you want, you just have to align yourself with it and just chase it, just run. As we
Facts.
all say, run the play every single day. You just got to run to that vision, run to that goal. Like, don't worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You just have to know your why, and then just go. That's all you
Yeah.
need. If your why is strong enough, it's going to push you. Surround yourself with the right people, it's going to push you. Like, you just got to be locked in on that vision each and every day, put in the work, and just go.
That's fact. That's fact. That's definitely facts. Really, like you said, just lock in, like, because it's gonna be worth it in the long run. It
Mm-hmm.
really is. And for me too, I guess I'm still learning. In this opportunity, um, I had that mindset. I'm still like getting over it. I want it and I want it now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And I'm realizing even with God, like that God, promises stuff. Like God, I need this to happen now. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, God's time and our time are completely different. So like you don't run at the same time. So like you got to be patient. Patience is part of it as well. And even throughout the whole like you know Corona and quarantine, that was rough. Like that was rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had some crazy stuff, but patience is key, and I definitely I learned that as well too. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't, you feel me? Like, what if, like I always talk to my brothers. We have like a talk, you feel me? Because now
Mm-hmm.
you can't, guys, we talk, but men don't really like to show their feelings. So my brother, us as men, we talk, about stuff like we talk about situations. So basically, like one of the topics, one of the like we have a certain topic every week.
Mm.
My brother brought up um, what's he saying? He said something. I literally just wiped my mind. Oh my god! I literally just wiped my mind. I literally was just thinking about it and I completely forgot. It was referring it was tapping into your topic as well. Dang, bro. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yo, I literally just forgot. Say what you said. What was the last thing that you said?
Uh,
I think it was about. Oh, I was talking about patience. There we go. Patience. Um, so basically, like throughout this whole uh, quarantine, I learned a lot during quarantine.
mm,
Even because it was really like a time. I felt like quarantine was a time to really sit down and talk to
develop.
God,
Yeah.
and really, if you didn't, if you didn't even open your Bible, or even if you don't, like whatever your higher power is, let's say that
Mm,
if you didn't sit here and tap in with your higher power, then that was that I would say that was a bad mistake. But um, patience. So my thing is like I'm patient on certain things. Certain
mm,
things I'm patient. I have a lot of patience. Like when I was working at Target, I like my job was to help people, like older people, learn teach them technology. That right there by itself
mm,
needs a lot of patience. When it comes to like you know things that I want, like say if I want a car or something. During quarantine, I needed a car because my parents were using one car. I had to drive everybody to work. I didn't have a job at the time,
mm,
so I learned patience through that, and then I eventually got a car. So through that situation alone, I learned that with patience and being obedient, that right there is a lot. And a lot of people don't see that because if you're obedient to God's word,
mm,
that's you get rewarded for it. You feel me? And if you're also patient, some people just like I need it now, I need it now, I need it now, not knowing that if God, what happens if God gives it to you now? You feel me?
yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. There's no process for you to sit here and talk about. You feel me?
Mm,
Like if I want to be, let's say, when I become a millionaire, I ask God, like God, I need to be a millionaire now. He gives it to me today. Like I'm a millionaire in the next couple hours.
mm,
I can't teach no one how to become a millionaire.
mm,
I don't even know how I got it myself. So
mm,
that's why I say we have to be patient. And just back to what you said, like God's timing and our timing are completely different. God may promise us something, but it could be 5, 10 years now. I'd rather wait the 5 to 10 years to be a
mm,
millionaire than be a millionaire tomorrow and not be able to impact the people. You feel me? Because
yeah.
I can't, like I said, if I become a millionaire tomorrow, I can't teach no one how I did it. I won't know because I don't even know. Like, so that's why I said patience and obedience for me is
Mm,
also what I learned, and those are key things as well that also help develop someone's mindset.
mm. Because I was kind of going off of that. Like I had an analogy that came to my head, and it sounds crazy at first, but I'm gonna break it down to where like
Good.
I try to relate it. So in shifting people's perspectives, we have to learn to look at life kind of like a garden, like we're a plant and the world's a garden. And the reason why I say that is because so we're planted, we're a seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start out as a seed, grow up throughout life, you become a plant. Thing is, God gives us an opportunity to grow each and every day, and to relate that to the rain. Rain comes down, thousands and millions of drops all over. What do plants do? They absorb the rain, and they take the
Mm-hmm.
sunlight, and that's
Facts.
when they
Facts.
continue to grow, right? So we
Facts.
have opportunities each and every day to grow, and we take the blessings, the work that we put in, combine that with the opportunity, and that's when we're able to grow, right? And the thing is, we're all different plants, right? There's plenty of different plants outside, but they're all connected in a way because they all start out as a seed. So they all have the same beginning. And no matter what happens,
Facts.
storms,
Facts.
tornadoes,
Facts.
people cut them down. If you have the
Facts.
proper seed, the water,
Facts.
the nutrients, the sun, they're going to grow. But the thing is, like, I kind of look at it like a jungle. It's going to be a big old jungle where I'm going to grow eventually, be all over the place. But the thing is, you won't become a full blown tree unless you're taken care of. You won't become a full garden unless you're taken care of. You're nurtured to. You cut the leaves off, cut the weeds, water it properly, and everything. So that's kind of how I view like
That's
the world.
facts.
Like we all just have to realize we all start out the same, regardless of our situation, regardless of our past history. But if we have the goal of being a big tree, branching off and growing apples, fruits, whatever, but if we have that big goal, that big vision, we have to take every day and just continue to grow because that's all the plants are doing outside. They're taking the sun, just growing slowly and surely.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make
And,
sense for a little plant to come from here to be a
yeah, right?
80-foot
Exactly.
tall tree. Like it's better for it just to
Exactly.
go slowly. And you see the process happen in fall, they go down,
Exactly.
come back in the spring. So that's kind of how like people got to shift their mindsets to be and just shift their lives. Like realize like, hey, you're gonna have some ups and downs, but they have that big goal of being a tree, so they're just gonna keep going,
Facts.
and keep
Facts.
going. And that's kind of
Facts.
like just like a weird analogy I had come to my
Nah,
mind.
but I get what you're saying though. Just to piggyback off of it a little bit. Also, when you say you plant that seed, you
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Some people, even though it's growing, some people don't see it. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Because underground and stuff like that is covered by the soil, but it's still absorbing the water and stuff like that, the sunlight. So some people won't see the seed that was already planted, even, and that
Mm-hmm.
could be from years, like years ago. That could be from years,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes the right time. It goes back to what you said again. God's time and our time are different
Mm-hmm.
because that right person could have watered the plant at that time, and then
Mm-hmm.
that right person could be the mentor. That right person could be you, me. It could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It takes one. You feel me? It takes one person. And sometimes God will even do it. You feel me? Well, He will. He's already doing it. You know, he did it already. Like He knows what He's doing. So He set
Mm-hmm.
it up to happen. So that's fact. I understand where you come from. I understand. That's definitely fact. It just you gotta grow. Simple as that. You just gotta
Yeah.
grow. Literally. And it also goes back to growing that 1% every day. Because eventually, it's same thing with like building same thing of building a house. You can't build a house without a strong foundation.
Yep.
So and and the crazy thing about tree growing or plant growing
Mm-hmm.
is it starts from the dirt. You feel me? Same thing with a house. It's gonna be rough. The first couple weeks are gonna be rough. First month, whatever your first phase is, it's gonna be rough until you
Mm-hmm.
finally make that mindset and you finally make that decision that all right, I know I have this opportunity in front of me. I'm consistent with it for a reason. I'm talking to myself. You feel me? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is what I'm going through. I'm consistent with it for a reason. I can see a bigger picture. I haven't got results yet, good results, but I know there's a bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make that mindset. Whoever's watching, whoever, you have to make that mindset. Like now is the time. Like I have to make it right now. Like there
Mm-hmm.
is, we're not promised tomorrow, but I have to make that, mind switch, the personal development that is going to allow me to grow the way I want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us say we want to grow, but none of us are actually watering our plant. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's facts. So I understand where you said that. I understand that. That's
Because like
facts.
even with just growing, like I was talking with somebody earlier, and like I look back at my Instagram like a year ago, like I'll go like pretty much like just this time a year ago, I was literally pumping out wave videos every single day, wave pictures every single day, and like just doing it just because I wanted to, reach that goal of being an ambassador, being like someone like with influence. And I always wanted like 10,000 followers, but I was like, man, I got 2,000 followers, I'm not gonna get there, and I could have gave up, but I stayed consistently posting. And like I used to get like 20 likes, 30 likes, and be just like happy, like people actually
Yeah,
like my content. It ain't
yeah,
now like I post like every other day. Like I'm gonna get back consistent posting, but I literally posted like my last picture got over 500 likes. Like
yeah,
that was like mind blowing to me because I was like just watch like look
yeah.
being able to go back and just see like where I was mentally, see the type of content I put out, but it wasn't just like the quality. It was just staying consistent with it because it got better over time. Captions have gotten better, pictures have gotten better, even
Facts.
just like the way I go about doing content has gotten better. But it's just seeing like the growth, and that's what like people should like keep like a journal or keep like something like kind of like social media where you're able just to go back and look like, oh, this is the type of pictures I used to post, these type of people I used to follow, but you're able to unfollow those people, follow new people, post different types of content, and
Mhm.
just change your environment in a sense.
Facts.
Because kind of like they always say, like your niche, like that is something that
Yeah, yeah,
is like
yeah,
your
yeah,
environment. So if you
yeah.
only want to see business stuff, follow strictly business people. You want to see like personal development, hair, like there's different types of niches, but you have to determine like, what type of niche you want to like post in and what type of community you want to build. Because the thing is, you can look
Facts.
at the big time influencers and they're doing this, they're doing that, and they're able to do that because they have that foundation, kind of like we talked about. But now they're able to branch out and become that tree and just do a little bit of everything. But you got
Facts.
to set a foundation first, and then you're able to grow and develop. And that's one
Facts.
thing that I've like picked up a lot, like the past week and a half, past 2 weeks, of just like setting a foundation and then just truly like trying to just align myself with the right people, with the right vision. Because I can have 50 million visions, want to do 50 million things, but that doesn't mean it's meant for me. But
Mhm.
I won't know that until I try
Facts.
it. Like I just
That's
got to go
facts.
through trying and be like, nah, I'm not too good at that right now. I'm gonna focus on something
Facts.
else. But I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. I'm still gonna work on it and I'm still gonna read it or
Facts. Facts.
whatever. But I'm gonna just
Facts.
put all my energy into this right now because yes, this may not work, but since I kept that in the back of my mind, since I stayed consistent with that, I can just slide that over and put that energy into what's meant for me. But I won't know that until I'm willing to take that step.
Facts. Facts. And that's crazy that you even said like you put it in the back of your mind and eventually went back to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with me with trading. I was gonna join in um, this opportunity a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't join. One, because I didn't have a job. Two, because I didn't really feel like the vibe I feel from trade house. You feel me? Like I just didn't feel it. Like I wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't in the group chats and stuff like that. But I felt like it was for a reason because I was going to, but I didn't end up doing it. And I did put it in the back of my mind. Got a job. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I'm like, wait, I don't like working for people. Like I don't like working for people. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be. I always told myself I'm going to be my own boss. And then popped up one day. I seen Torian's post, and then I hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I need to join. Like, and it came back to my mind. I'm like, yo, you were gonna join this before. This is the same exact thing, same exact academy, just with a different team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I feel like it was definitely for a reason. And now, like, I'm leaving my job and stuff like that to do this full time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's definitely a blessing, like in disguise, like without even me knowing a year ago. If you would have told me a year ago, like, oh, you're gonna be trading, you're not gonna physically go into a job to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. I need to go work. Like, but now I see it. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more stuff that I can't see now that I'll eventually see later.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how life is. But like I said, I'm just rolling with the punches and going with the flow. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I got to. Like, there's no other choice at all. There's no other choice.
Yeah, because I'm kind of the same way. Like I joined like a year ago, but like I wasn't. I was kind of just messing around with it. It's like, oh, well, I'm able to make money here, do this, get on this, learn this. But it wasn't until like I just took a step back, took like these past few weeks off, and just been able just to realize like how much, like not even just like money, but just impact, like knowledge and stuff. You can like truly learn from doing anything like even on YouTube. Like I've learned a lot from YouTube that they don't teach in school that I didn't learn from my friends that my friends aren't doing. But you're able just to learn and just continue to develop like each and every day. Like you just got to take each day, be grateful for it, but be humble enough to put in the work. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to be truthful with yourself and honest with yourself and be like, okay, well, I don't know how to cross the road right now without touching the road. But you got to be willing to, just learn. Kind of like right there, YouTube University. Literally,
Facts,
like that
facts.
is a product of, it's a free product to the world that everyone should just tap into because it's literally anything on there. You type in anything on
Bro,
YouTube, I
facts,
guarantee it's gonna be a YouTube video on it
facts.
or a niche or
That's
like
facts.
something. Like if you want to learn how to get waves, you want to learn how
Yeah,
to grow a beard, how to get proper lighting, type it in YouTube. I guarantee you'll find a video. And the thing is, it's thousands of videos. So you don't have to sit there and watch 50 million things, because you might learn one thing good from, say, Sir Cruz in the wave community, but you learn something else from 360 G's in the wave community. Thing is, you can combine those two things, make it your own. Boom, you got your own content right there. But
That's
the thing
fact.
is, it's all about just you internalizing, what you're learning. And especially if you want to be like a content creator, you just gotta just push it out. Just know like, oh, hey, I learned this and that. So I'm gonna combine it, make it my own, and show you how it works for me or how it doesn't work for me. Like, it's all about just being transparent, especially on social media. Like, just be real with people. Like, you don't have to be like a character. Cause
Yeah,
like for the
exactly.
longest, like when I was creating my page, like, well, cause like I used to have an old name, like King Chids underscore 24. That used to be my Instagram name. But then, like after a while, like my page got hacked, and I started out at zero, just like everyone else did, right? So I decided like I wanted the real VC2, because that's like the name I was gonna run with. But then for a while, I was like, VC's gonna be a character, and Vernon's gonna be a whole different person. But it wasn't until I realized like they're the same
Yeah,
person. Like, they don't have to be like a
yeah.
character or
Fact, fact,
alternate personality. Like, no, I want it to be like real,
facts.
genuine, like just honest. Like, I have a niche. Like, I'm a waiver, and that's what I do. But I want to show people I'm more than just a waiver. I want to show people like my mindset is shift. Show people like the growth, because that's what people are attracted to. Like, people, a whole bunch of people followed Logan Paul because he fought Floyd Mayweather. The
Hmm.
growth. He went from just a YouTuber
Yeah,
to now he's a boxer.
yeah,
So it's all
exactly.
about just like watching the growth. But then it's like, people, if you skip like, showcasing the growth, and you're just showing, oh, hey, I went from being homeless to being in a mansion, people are like, okay, how you do that? They're not going to be like truly like attached to you in a sense. But if you take them through like, the day by day, month by month or whatever, they're able just to see that, like, oh, he did it. I can do it because I can do some of the same things. I can talk to
Facts.
some of the same people. Oh, I know such and such is doing that too. So it's just like aligning yourself. Like, that's one of the biggest things that like have really connected me, is just aligning myself with the right people.
That's facts. That's definitely facts. And I learned that as well on this opportunity. Is once you like align yourself with the right people
Mm-hmm.
and you become a product of that environment, of like success, being successful, just a mental thing as well, and it definitely helps. You feel me? It definitely like pushes you because everybody else is working. You don't want to look like a goofy not working. Like you gotta go. Some people have a harder time to go. Like me, I had a harder time to like motivate myself. But then when I
Mm-hmm.
realized, like, yo, everybody's getting results. Where's my results? Well, I'm not putting in that work, so I
Yeah.
gotta start doing it. And that's facts. So that's facts that you said that. That's definitely facts. People just got literally. If brand clothing brand, sneaker brand I can recommend is Nike because Nike says it the best. Just do it, literally.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like what's the worst that could happen? Like that's that. When I like decided to leave my job, well, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? I could always go get another job. Like, but why wouldn't I take the leap? Like, why wouldn't I take that step of faith and actually try? Because when I try, you never know. I could blow up in the next 6 months. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's to come. So why wouldn't I try and do
Yeah.
it? I've already gone the job before. I've already been through this phase before. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know how to get a job. I know how to apply for applications. But I'm not gonna sit here and just lollygag and then go get another job. If I have an opportunity to make money, then I'm gonna do it. And possibly make millions, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna just sit around. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gotta do it. Literally, I have to. Simple. It's as simple as that. And I'm not saying it's hard. I'm not saying it's simple. Like the journey's simple,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like once you made up your mind and you know what you want to do, and you know what you have to do, then it should be simple. Like it should, because I feel like a mindset starts everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
not only your heart, you feel me? Because some people have feelings stuff like that, but once your mind is made up, especially if you're that type of person, once your mind is like, if you want something, you go get it. If
Mm-hmm.
you're that type of person, then definitely it should it shouldn't be easy. Like the journey's never easy, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's facts. Though.
It's kind of like what Kyle said right there. He said people want to see the journey, not the end result, and it's just
That's
like
facts.
you. Everyone starts off at ground zero, but it's all about the choices you make, your environment that you're in, and the amount of work that you put in each and every day. That's what truly determines your results. Like it's no matter of money, no matter of just timing in life, because we all kind of like we mentioned earlier, we run for God's time. Like what's meant for us will happen in due time, but there are certain things like we're exposed to. Like you may get exposed to this opportunity, but you may get exposed to something else, like your dream job that you've always wanted, and you're like, man, I'm right there. I'm in the interview process, but I've been here for 2 weeks, 3 months, or whatever. But it's not until you realize, oh hey, maybe this isn't meant for me right now. Maybe let me try that thing that I've always wanted to do, that new hobby I want to pick up. Kind of like you mentioned during quarantine. Like that's all I was doing was just hey, I know something I want to do, so I don't have nothing but
Yeah,
free time, stuck in the house, can be around people. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. Just try it because it's
exactly.
all about trial and error. Like that's the biggest thing is just like shifting your perspective. Kind of like I mentioned earlier, just learning like each lesson is eventually going to turn into a blessing, but it's all about how you apply that lesson. That's what truly determines your result. So just being
That's a
able to
fact.
see, oh hey, well I tried making this type of video, it didn't work. Like you may want to create a TikTok right now. Like trust me, I have followers on TikTok, but I'm in the beginning stages of just trying to create like find out what type of
Bro,
content I want to
it's
make.
facts.
But it's like,
It's
okay, you
facts.
might try a dancing video and like, oh well, this is a new trend, this sounds going viral. You do it, you get 5 views. You're like, how come this person get 174K?
Right?
I get five.
That's
Like how that
facts.
work?
That's facts.
But the thing is, you just gotta be consistent with it. Like you can go watch How to Grow on TikTok on YouTube, search that up, and the main thing they're gonna say is literally post every single day. Some people say post 4 times, some people say post 5 times. Like you can post however much you want, but the thing is just being consistent with it because you're eventually gonna get on track and you're gonna align yourself with the niche you want, the goal you have for your page or your channel if you're on YouTube, and then you're just gonna continue just to grow, continue just to push towards it because you're gonna see it and you're going to create that community which will eventually give you more engagement, and then that's going to boost your morale, and that community is going to be your supporters, so that they're going to share your videos every time you post it.
That's
Oh,
facts.
such and such
Facts.
mentioned me in this video, such and such did this type of method. Oh, I like that, let me send it to my best friend. That's how you grow. But you won't do that until you find what you like, what you want, because it's all about, kind of like I mentioned earlier, just being truly genuine about anything, just in content creating, relationships. Like you're gonna want a genuine bond with people. You're gonna want a genuine connection, and that's how you like develop the right track, the right goal, the right vision, and then you
That's
just
facts.
put in the work from there. Like you said, once you make up
Facts.
your mind, you put in that work. I guarantee you will happen in due time, or something else
Facts.
that you're looking over right now. Because kind of like you mentioned, like a year ago, or even like looking to the future, like you don't know what's gonna happen, or you don't know
Mhm.
like that one opportunity, like kind of like just joining this opportunity, just seeing, oh man, I see that, man, I might do it. I'm not that good at that. I don't know how to do that. But it wasn't until you took that step and just took that risk and
That's
look
facts.
at
Like, why wouldn't
look
I?
from last year to now, like you're in a whole
Yeah,
different mindset. Not even
exactly.
just like financial, just in a different mindset right now.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like,
Exactly.
dang, I could have been here a year ago. There's no telling
Right?
where I could have been
Exactly.
now.
Why didn't
But
know it sooner?
yeah,
Fact. Fact. Nah, that's facts. That what you were just talking about, becoming content creator, that was for me right there. I was thinking about restarting, not restarting, but um, like posting my more YouTube videos and more TikTok videos. I have followers on both. Not, it may not be a lot, but I know there's people out there that actually, the people that DM me, like my cousins, like, yo, bro, it's been like 3 months. Where's the videos at?
yeah,
I'm like, all right, I got you. I'm working on some stuff, but my thing is, I gotta, like you just said, just literally just do it. Just find out what your niche is and do it. Even if it's trial and error, so post a video if not doing good, that's fine. Still up there. Just find what you
uh-huh.
want to do. So what you were just talking about, that was for me right there because I need to start, going crazy. Bro, the thing that gets to me all the time is I have the computer, I have the camera, it's all set up. Why am I not posting? You feel me? I have the software, editing software. Like, why am I not posting? Like,
Mm.
it's gonna take a little bit of time, but shoot, what is an hour to when you're successful? You feel me? Like, what is it? But nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, because even for me as well, like I literally have content for YouTube,
Yeah.
but I've had like this is the thing. I've had it for 2 weeks. I have not
Yeah.
finished editing it. Like I would start editing, and I was like, I don't feel like editing right now. I'll do it
Right?
tomorrow. Tomorrow
Nah,
become next
like,
week. Next week become today,
yeah,
and I'm just
bro,
like,
that's
I done
facts.
had this content here for 2 weeks that I could have put out. I don't care if it
Bro,
get
that's
2 views,
facts.
5 views, whatever. But I could have been put that out and could have moved on to something else, like other ideas. But I'm like not willing to put in the work now. But I want to see my channel grow. I want to make money from
Yeah,
YouTube,
bro,
but
exactly.
I'm not
Exactly.
putting out content, so how I'm gonna get rewarded
Exactly.
for the work that I'm not putting in? Like
Exactly.
that's just one thing like that really hit. Like especially like
Ever.
for Instagram, like I felt so bad like last week for all my followers because like I wanted to post content, but I just
Yeah.
like was not in the mood for like
Yeah.
editing. I was in the mood for making a caption, and like
Nah,
that's why this week I was like, nah, like it's not even like I owe it to them. I owe it to myself because like
yeah, nah,
I
facts,
worked so
facts.
hard to get to where I am right now, and if I'm not willing to put in the work, to keep growing, keep like inspiring people, how am I gonna like tell people, hey, put in the work every day, grow
Yeah,
1%, and I'm over
exactly.
here just like, I feel like doing this. Let me watch some
Yeah,
YouTube.
right,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know. That just hit me like so hard like over the weekend.
Nah, facts, facts, definitely. Like it's just that procrastination for me too. It's bad. It's bad. Like I'll procrastinate for weeks. Like, bro, and the crazy thing is that you said you have video, bro. I have videos like that were supposed to be posted in like months. Like when I actually stopped, and I just said, nah. I'm like I have to edit them. Like, bro, I have a video that is like half edited. Like, there's no reason for it. It's been 3 months. Like, there's literally no reason. Like, it's
Yeah,
that procrastination thing. Like, that's bad. Like, for me, I'm bad. Like, procrastination is one thing that just messes me up all the time. And I tell myself, I'm like, oh, you gotta beat the procrastination. You could do it. Like, and then I'm like, nah, I'm a little bit tired today, so I'll get back to it tomorrow. And tomorrow it never comes. Like, and this is crazy. So yeah, nah, I feel you on that. I feel you. I feel you.
I've been in the same spot for 2 weeks. Like, I literally just gotta edit like the end of my YouTube video, and I'll be able to post it. Cause like I want
Shoot,
to get to the point
do
where I can post like 3 times a week, but I'm just like, I can't even post one because I'm still making
it.
excuses. It's
Right.
like I'm willing to go watch someone else's content, looking for inspiration, and I'm not willing
Mm-hmm.
to work on my own. Like I'll
Bro,
record
that's
it, have it all set up, got the lights, got the software, got the microphone, but I'm not willing to put in the work on my own channel. It's like kind of like
bro,
you mentioned earlier, like I'm
facts.
not willing to develop myself personally, not
That's
willing to
facts.
build myself up, but I'm helping others, build up their dreams, inspire, like connect with them, reach out to them, and but I'm not willing to like do that for myself. And like
Nah,
that's
that's
one thing. Like I know like a lot of people who like look out for other people first, and I understand that. Like I truly do. Like I'm all about like helping others. But if you're not strong like mentally, like everything else is going to deteriorate slowly. Like no matter
nah,
how much
facts.
of a caring person you are, how much sleep you get, whatever. But if you're not like strong up here, you're not working out your brain every single day. Like you're just gonna diminish slowly, and then you're
Facts.
gonna
Facts.
realize like those people you were helping, some of them aren't gonna be like in your close circle. They're not gonna reach out to you when you're down. They're just gonna be like, oh, you good? Or if you're like a huge influencer or something, they may like, oh, where's such and such? I haven't seen no content. Like they kind of make you feel like, oh, this is a job. But you have to realize, you have to find that inner passion, kind of like I mentioned, like what is your why? Like
Mm-hmm.
your why has to be so strong that it just pushes you through the hard days, the rough days. When you don't feel like
Facts.
doing it, you still go do it. It don't matter like what
Facts.
you got to
Facts.
do. You don't care if the lights go out. You still on your
Yeah.
phone
Facts.
trying to edit on
Facts.
Adobe or
Exactly.
whatever you're using. But you
Facts.
just got to find like that something that's gonna push you. And if it's not something, not only something internal, you also need to connect with people that are like minded, and they're gonna push you and they're gonna help you build and grow.
Nah, facts. That's definitely facts, bro. That's facts. That's exactly how I am. Like, I'll be consistent for. I like the. I was consistent for like a good 6 months. Posted I think every week. Then
Hmm.
1 week I didn't post. Someone hit me up, yo, it was a video. And it wouldn't be like in a certain day, I'll just post whenever I could. But it was every week. Then I like 2 weeks passed by, I posted. Then I think my last video was like cup pong or fear pong, didn't post. I'm like, okay, so I kind of like seen myself, and I feel like that's for everybody. I see myself like slipping away from being consistent,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of acting on it, I just like shrug my shoulders, like, well, it is what it is. Like I'll get to it at one point, and it's been three
Yeah.
months since I haven't. Well, nah, that's facts though. That's facts. You just have, like you said, you have to surround yourself with people who are like minded, and also you just have to want it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't want it, there's no point of being around people. You're just gonna let people succeed around you and just staring at them. And then when you ask them, "Oh, what do you do?" They'd have the same opportunity you have, but
Mm-hmm.
they just acted on it. So
Yep.
that's facts. So that's facts. Now I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna definitely finish that. I'm gonna make a new video, honestly, because I got a couple videos I gotta make. I probably have like 3 videos that I have like ideas
Mm-hmm.
that I want to make. So I'm gonna definitely get to it. Because I've been thinking, I was asking my brother, like, yo, should I restart my channel? Not restart it, but just keep posting. He's like, bro, like, do it. There's no reason not to. Like, I was actually posting like my video, then I'll do like a little trailer on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
people actually, I was getting feedback, you know. So he was like, bro, you actually have people who will watch it. Like, there was no reason to stop. And I'm like, it's hard. Like, it's not hard, but editing every couple of days, and it takes a while to edit. Yo, that is draining a little bit. Like, it really is. And then you want it to be perfect. And then let's say the video, when you save it as like you gotta render the video, then it doesn't render the way you want to. Then you gotta edit the video again. There's
Mm-hmm.
times where I edited a video, a 40-minute video, then it just went away. Like I don't know where it went to this day. Like I'm like, bro, I can't. I have like the video on my SD card,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to edit it again. I just did it. Like no, like, but I got to do it. I just have to. If I want to be successful at it, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. It's a must. Shoot,
Because the way I
I'm
try to
gonna get
look
back
at
to
it, you can,
it. Say it again.
no, so you can go ahead.
No, I said I'm definitely gonna get back to it.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Because the way I try to look at it is like when you have a job, you'll
Mm-hmm.
go into work no matter what happens because you got to pay the bills.
Facts,
But
facts.
when it comes to like, being an entrepreneur, being like anything digital, social media influencer, digital entrepreneur, whatever, or even just like an investor, like you're not willing to put in that same work. And it's kind of like, you kind of like reach a crossroads when you like keep talking about it and trying to help others do it, but you're not doing it yourself. So it's kind of like you're preaching, but you're not following your own word. And it's
Facts,
like,
facts.
you gotta, I don't know, like even like for myself, like I just have to shift my mindset more and just realize like sometimes you gotta sacrifice, watching other people's content to put out your own content. So that way one day you can look back to a year later, kind of like how we are now, and you're able to see, oh wow, this video got 30,000 views, 500,000 views or whatever. But you're able to put out content because you don't know like what piece of content, what you might say in the video that's gonna impact someone else to
Mm-hmm.
change their life. And it's kind of like you were inspired by, say something random, you were inspired by LeBron to start playing basketball, but you don't post your workout videos. You don't post, oh hey man, How'd you go to Alabama? How'd you do this and that? You don't post that. Kind of like mentioned earlier, you show the journey of you working out every single day, you putting in the work, and then the offers you get, and where you choose to go, why you chose to go there, and then you put in the work while you're there, and everyone's able to see that on TV. You see the highlights. Then you
Yep.
have the behind the scenes from your own
Yep.
YouTube channel or Instagram or whatever. And then from there, you just running, just trying to make the league. That's what everyone wants to do. Everyone has the big vision. But the reason why it's so small and so hard to get into the league because not everyone's willing to put in the same amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
That's
try to look at Cameron Payne. When he came into the league, he was one of the top picks. Went to
mm-hmm.
OKC, played like trash. He was out the league for a while,
Facts.
and now he's came back and he's getting buckets on the Suns, and they're about to go to the fall. Potentially, I don't want to
Facts.
jinx them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
like a finals contender in a sense.
Facts.
But he's grown since then. Even look at Chris Paul. He was balling out in New Orleans. He went to Los Angeles. He had to evolve his game. Then he went to Houston, had to deal with James Harden. He had to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at him. He's with the Suns balling out. Like he's coming back off of COVID, but he still had to evolve. He still had to develop, that each and every day, each and every year. And now look at him. Like people are seeing like what he is now, kind of like Paul George. back in Indiana, like if you used to watch him back
Yeah, yeah.
then, Paul George was nice. But if people
Nah,
seen him now, it was like, oh, Paul George ain't good. But I'm like, back in the day, Paul George, you had to be worried about that man when LeBron was in Miami. But it's all about just how like they evolve, how they put in the work. Like even LeBron
yeah,
himself, he
facts,
evolved
facts.
every single year. Something got better. He might have got weaker in one area, or he's hurt this year, or whatever. LeBron still will give you 30 if he want to give you 30.
Yeah,
Like
facts,
even
facts,
his
facts.
jumper has improved. Like he's able to hit deep 3 pointers. Like he wasn't doing that his rookie year.
Yeah,
But
facts.
it's all about just evolving, just him
Yeah,
taking that risk, him taking that chance, and
yeah,
choosing to develop. Because he could have watched Kobe ball out, but he was like, "Nah, I can beat Kobe. I can do that.
yeah.
I can beat
Facts,
the Celtics." He had to surround himself with the right people in Miami, but they eventually overcame the Celtics. But it's just about surrounding yourself with the right people and just putting in that work. Like, just don't be afraid of it. Because if you
facts.
want it, like whatever you try to do in life is gonna be a risk. Whatever you try to do in life is gonna be tough because nothing's easy in life. But it's just having the right mindset and then being willing to do whatever it takes. Kind of like you said with Nike, like just do it.
Yeah, yeah, literally, you
That's
just
what it
gotta
comes
do
down
it.
to at the end of the day. Just doing
Facts,
it.
facts. That's facts. That's definitely facts right there. You just gotta do it. Literally, honestly, that's literally all you gotta do. Nah, but definitely. I'm glad we had this talk because it motivated me to get back on my stuff.
Most
Early.
definitely, same here.
Nah, facts, because I was slacking. And I got it. Like you said, like we want to have like the big, not even a big channel, just like well, eventually a big channel, but like we want the riches and stuff, the jewels and stuff that comes with having a YouTube channel. But where's the videos?
Yeah,
I think I forget who said it, but it's like what happens behind closed doors. Like what do you do when no one knows what you're doing? Like like what do you do when you're in the room and stuff like that? Like Torian called me today. He's like, "Yo, what do you do with your 24 hours?" Like I'm like, bro, like I was transparent. Like, bro, I just woke up. Like it was like 12. He was like, "See, you're not getting the result you want because you're not using your full 24 hours or your full
hmm
12 hours throughout the day when you got daylight." So the earlier you wake up, the more productive you are. And I was like, nah, that's facts. Because I'll go to sleep late, wake up late. He's like, sometimes you got to go to sleep late and
wake up
wake
early.
up early. And he was telling me like there's a difference between going to sleep and falling to sleep.
Hmm
And he was like, going to sleep, you put yourself to sleep. When you fall asleep, that's literally because you ran yourself so much throughout the day. Being productive with your business or whatever it is you want to do, to the point where you fell asleep, like your body shut down. Not like unhealthy in an unhealthy way, but he was just tired. And I was like,
hmm
nah, that's facts. That's facts. I was like, nah, lately I've been going to sleep. I've been putting myself. I mean, lately I've been putting myself to sleep. He's like, well, you're gonna have to start falling asleep. Like work, keep working. Like I'm like, nah. If I want the results, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, trading, then I need to start putting more work because I could do more.
hmm
Why don't I do it? I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know why I don't just do it. And that's why I was kind of like talking to myself too. Like for the next 30, 90, 180 days. Like only if we just challenge ourselves and actually like just imagine like the next 180 days and we just stick consistent. YouTube, whatever it is they wanted to do, whatever it is that anybody else wants to do, we just stick consistent every day, every day, every day. Imagine how big it could be. Well, why don't we do it? I don't know. Why don't I do it? I have no clue. And like you said, it's also a mindset thing too. Developing that mindset. Exactly what it is. Like once you develop that mindset and like make that decision that you have to do it, like it's your last like resort. With some of us, it is.
hmm
Then you have to do it. There's no other excuses. Like you can't. You just can't. Like you can't afford to. Like failing is okay. There's a difference between when you fail and try and you just fail and fail,
hmm
like fail to fail. Like there's a difference. So we just like shoot. You got to. Like you got to. I don't have much else to say, but we just got to.
hmm
Literally. That's it. Or you got anything else you want to say?
Nah, I've said all I say, man.
Facts,
So we can come back next week. Just continue
facts.
just
Nah,
impact
for real.
people. Like,
Facts. We did pretty today. I'm glad we had this, this discussion.
most definitely, man.
But yeah, for whoever's watching, if they watch it later, whatever, let us know. Give us, constructive criticism. This is gonna be like a weekly thing. So let us know what you want us to do better. If you want a certain topics to talk about, um, just let us know. Like it says, learning every day. We learn stuff every day, whether it's something small or something big. It don't really matter. As long as you're growing 1% every day, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is, you are productive. So let us know. Got anything else you want to say?
That's all, man.
All right, bro. I'm gonna hit you later, though. All right.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right.